got that wiped off, there's one other thing I wanted to point out. See, that looks really nice, but when I put the grout on, obviously a little bit of the grout got on these little side joints. Okay, so you got to kind of look at those once you have this wiped down and see if you need any attention on those to see if they need to be pushed down a little bit. If they do, you can use your finger, kind of push it down a little bit. Kind of hard to get your sponge in there. That way you want that, you don't want that thickness of the new grout just a hair thicker than the adjoining line, okay? So just, you know, spend a little bit of time on there. It doesn't take very long. Okay, that's better. Looks a lot better. I just spent a little bit of time on that. Take pride with your work. I kind of like this scouring pad with the sponge side on the other. Works really good. I may have just invented something. If I had just a regular sponge, it would be harder to get some of this off, depending how long you leave it on. Plus, because it's just because we're just patching it, we're not doing the whole area. So you can do different things that you wouldn't normally have thought of when you're doing it from scratch. There's all kinds of different things you can try on your patches, you know? So don't think there's just one right way or a wrong way, okay? That got a little wet there. Okay, just fill that back in like that. There. Clean those areas off with my finger, like I did the other, so that they blend in. There. That's good. Okay. Keep her up. Remember this edge where I said you gotta wipe those with your fingers? Well, you can do it with the sponge too. I would say use the green side. Go this way, and then you're gonna go this way. Just a little bit. And that actually helps in the areas where the grout is a little bit harder than what your finger can get, okay? I don't want you to have to wreck your fingers. Then you can go back with the sponge side. Blend it in. Here's another good reason to be careful on this inside corner. Now before, I was just trying to fill up the inside corner, not the adjoining tile grout. Those were fine. Now if this color is ever so slightly different than the other once it dries, and if you don't wipe the adjoining areas off, you're going to see a distinct mark there, 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 there. You know what I mean? So if you blend those in, if you do this, you're going to get most of that off. And you look close when you do your project. You'll see what I'm talking about. That takes off just about all of the new grout that I just put in. Now you just have the grout on the inside corner, and there's just a little bit of a transition from there over, and it's tapered right on in, and it's, when you knock off most of the grout, it gives just a very thin film layer there. You can pretty much wipe off most of the excess. So this is where detail comes in. You want to take time and make sure that you're getting it off. Oh yeah, you can just put it on and wipe it off, but if you don't take your time, you're going to see all that extra stuff that I'm telling you about. Okay? Well, can you see where I grouted? Down along the bottom? Or on the inside corner of that wall all the way up? You can't really see that, can you? You know why? Because it blended in so well. That's the idea here. When you get all done, You want your job to look really nice so it blends in with everything else. There's another corner there we did. Take pride in your work, and when all's said and done, you're going to be pleased.